We are the PRISGRADS partnership. We've already introduced ourselves as people, but here we are as organizations. The coordinator of this Erasmus Plus small scale partnership is Tamara and her team from RICHTUNSGWECHSEL. They are joined by the Centre for Promoting Lifelong Learning, CPIP, in Romania, who's represented here today by Alex, and by me in Germany from an organisation called INTERCHANGE. We are just covering small. It's a small scale partnership, so we're only covering really the countries that we represent. But it's really nice to be able to have this opportunity to talk to you guys and take in more European member states and have a bit more of an exchange on a wider level. But fundamentally, we are here today representing those countries. Erasmus Plus is a funding scheme to share knowledge on education in vocational training and professional development, and also on adult education. But this is a vocational training project, and our objectives here are quite narrow, which is a good thing for a small scale partnership like this. We are trying over the course of 12 months to define how prisons in Europe are recruiting officers, and we're talking about uniformed prison officers predominantly in this project. And we're trying to supply some evidence which shows how that recruitment responds to labour market needs. We're asking how this is changing or has changed. We're all aware that there is quite low recruitment, especially in the countries that are in this partnership, but possibly all over Europe. And we are trying to find out how our justice systems are taking different steps to keep pace with the societal needs that are reflected in prison, and also to support staff who remain on a learning curve and within the prison system. To do this, we are helping different types of people like you and others to connect in some way with their expertise in either recruitment or initial training or professional development, so that you know that there are actors in different prison administrations and different training centres across Europe, and you can perhaps get to know each other's practice, learn from each other or with each other, depending on what stage you're at. And to that end, we are providing our own training within PRISGRADS, which gives the opportunity for people with this responsibility of recruitment, initial training or professional development to get together and exchange in your own language. And we're doing one in-person training and exchange event in November in Vienna. Finally, at the end of the project, which is around about March, we will share our results and filter what we've learned through the networks that we've spent these 12 months creating, and hopefully use that to build on future initiatives, either together or in other projects. So specifically, we are doing this by mapping access to graduate training schemes and any access to graduate recruitment in our partner countries, but also, as we said, a little bit wider than that. And any mentoring programs, it doesn't matter whether they're for initial trainees or for professional development, that we find within a prison setting or any type of custodial setting in Europe. We are mapping these and trying to put down on paper where they are and what they do and what kind of training they've had to do what they do. We're collating any promising practice that we see across Europe, and that promising practice will be available to you guys in the course of the project. We are doing these workshops over this course of 3 days, and also an in-person workshop in November. And at the end of this, we hope to come out with a sort of self-assessment form for people who are aspiring to be or who are graduate mentors within the prison or custodial systems of their countries, so that they can sort of check for the skills and competencies which they have, and perhaps which they need in the future in order to support the work they do. Okay, quick run through today's agenda. We are through with the welcome introduction. It's really great to see you all here. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'm going to hand over in a minute to Alex from CPIP to summarize the first findings from the mapping activity that we've been doing for the last few months and give us an overview of current graduate recruitment practices in the prison services across the countries that we're operating in. Then we'll head off to a discussion on recruitment specifically and hear from recruitment and mentoring as they're mentoring an onboarding program. We'll take a quick break at 10 to 2 our time. I'm not going to get involved in times. That's why I'm specifically ignoring the times of the thing. And we'll hear, when we come back, we'll see if there's any questions for the graduates, for the unlocked graduates who are here, and then head off into breakout sessions to share what it is that's going on currently in the countries that we come from, prison systems, jurisdictions we come from. And then at 1:30, what we see as future opportunities and perhaps even future barriers to this recruitment, initial training and professional development as we go ahead. We'll come back and have a few closing remarks, and we will tell you what the next steps are within the project and how you can keep connecting with PRISGRADS. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand over to Alex for the overview of current graduate recruitment practices.